Hey guys, James with Torches and Tactical, and yes, you are seeing double. Well, okay, not exactly double. I do want to show you guys right now that while I have had the version 1 of the TS10 for quite some time, you can see I've even done a couple modifications to it with some auto RGB LEDs. This is before they came out with the V2. They have released, I guess you could call it a V3, or just as they call it, the Wurkkos TS10-SG. Now the SG is going to be a single emitter version of the TS10. That's right, single emitter, so you're going to get that hotspot in there. And it's instead of the 6 LEDs that it has on the version 1 and version 2, this only does have the 3 RGB auxiliary LEDs, but I mean, I think that's plenty for what it is. They look fantastic. And here, let me go ahead and I'm going to actually just give this a quick quarter turn so you can see this. They do have a bit of an unusual looking TIR optic in here too. If you are friends with me on Facebook, you can see my quick video that I did on this. It reminds me a lot of the Sofrin lights. It has sort of like a prismatic effect to the TIR optic, but very cool. And they do give a very cool design on the auxiliary RGB LEDs as well. So again, very, very cool. And with that SFT25R, they have also increased the power. This goes all the way up to 1650 lumens. But if that's not enough, you do also have a low mode or A1 of 1 lumen. Then it goes all the way from 1 lumen to 1650. So you got 1 lumen, 10 lumens, you have 50 lumens, 185, 430, 750, 1100, and then 1650 finally. So 1650 or H8, that's going to be your turbo mode. And in addition to that, it is drop resistance rated at 1 meter. So, I mean, you can be a little bit rough with this small pocket light. Now, in addition to that 1 meter drop resistance rating, it does give you IP68 water resistance rating. So very, very nicely done. And it is all powered by a Wurkkos 14500 cell. This comes in at 900 milliamp hours, operates at that nominal 3.7 volts. So very cool. Now this doesn't have onboard USB-C charging or anything like that, so you will need to have a dedicated charger for those lithium-ion batteries that come inside this. But all in, very, very, very nice. You can see that it is nearly identical. There we go. It looks like all the same parts were used. This one does have a blue clip. This is, like I said, kind of my project, if you will. But this project, has pretty much all the small TS10 mods that I want to try. So there you can see the TS10-SG. And on top of all of that, this does come in at 34 grams. So again, very pocketable, very, very light, but that is without the battery. The TIR optic is considered a PMMA lens, so that the aspheric quality to it, but the length is 72.3 millimeters and the head comes in at 21 millimeters. So again, very pocketable. Now I do want to run through just real fast and show you everything about this body. So the PMMA lens, there you go. You can see their nomenclature up here, WK241053665K, TS10-SG. You do have the battery direction indicator. This pocket clip came in the package, and we will talk about the package here in just a second. But you have your governmental signage and warnings. And then you have, very familiar, all the way from the first one, that same tail switch. So I'm not going to run through at all the Android 2 user interface because there's just so stinking much to it. But I will show you that inside the box they did, oh here, let me get that out of the way. Inside the box they gave a simple UI as well as the full Android 2. So you can run through all this and modify, configure, and get it set to your heart's content. So very, 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 very cool. All right, but I do want to get that out of the way. And as far as the box goes, you can see SFT25R, TS10-SG, comes in between 6,000 and 6,500K. Other than that, I would have liked to see, for such a special light, I would have liked to see their newer design packaging, but since this is pre-release, maybe that's why it looks like this. And then you do also get a lanyard and a couple of spare O-rings. So as you take this on and off, you will eventually wear out that O-ring. So it's nice that they give you a couple standard replacements. So, and again, you can see the design. I'm going to get this old one out of the way now completely. And I really do like the lens style, that PMMA style TIR optical. But one thing I really do like is there have been a lot of mods online as far as people modding their TS10s to accept a single emitter, but they are having to use a separate bezel. And with this one, it does fit like stock, so you don't have to worry about an oversized or undersized bezel. So you got Wurkkos TS10-SG. I really do like that bamboo style battery tube. And then you have your recess for the pocket clip. And in typical Wurkkos fashion, they have glued the absolute snot out of this bezel, so you're not going to get it off anytime soon or easily. Same with that battery cap as well, so you won't be able to reverse this you won't be able to reverse this pocket clip. But very, very nice response. So even at 6500K, it is a very, very good tint. And you know, it doesn't come in green like a lot of other small single emitters. So you can see here the difference between the 4000K and the 6000K, but the three 3535 emitters versus the one SFT25R, I mean, you can see much more distinct hotspot. So it looks very good, but I know what you guys want to see. You want to see how they compare with each other outside. So I do want to show you what 1400 lumens from the stock TS10 at 4000K versus the 1650 lumens at 6000 to 6500K. So 3 emitters versus 1. Can David beat Goliath? Let's go ahead and try this out. All right, let's do this. All right, guys, tonight we're outside with the Wurkkos TS10-SG. That's right, the single emitter version of the tried, the true, the loved TS10. So this is the SFT25R emitter, and I'm just going to go ahead and get straight into it. There are 8 different brightness modes, so I'm going to go ahead and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's a whole lot of numbers to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and press and hold. So this is moonlight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now if you want to go all the way to 8 or 1650 lumens, you do a quick double press. This is 1650 lumens from the SFT25R in the Wurkkos TS10 single emitter, or SG. Now to compare, we do have the 1400 lumens. I'm going to go ahead and just go straight to turbo. So quite a bit warmer because this is 4000K as opposed to the 6000 to 6500K. In addition to that, it does have the triple TIR optics, which gives a much more broad flood beam. And one more time, let's go ahead and do the TS10-SG. Very, very nice hotspot comparatively. A lot cooler, pretty close to the 6000K on the original TS10, but not quite as warm as the 4000. All right, and now that we have seen the TS10 go up against the TS10-SG, let's go ahead and get back inside. All right, guys, so we went outside and we compared the OG, the TS10 version 1 with the newest, latest, greatest, the TS10 version 3, or TS10-SG as they are currently calling it. Now, I do think version 3 would probably be a better fit than SG because for the life of me, I cannot figure out what a single thing that this could stand for is. So SG, is it like single emitter? I don't know what the G could be. So if you guys have any ideas, leave them down in the comments because I really do want to know. But guys, that being said, I do like the more defined hotspot from the TS10-SG. And I think that this is going to be a really, really grand iteration. Those auto RGBs, I've been doing them for a while. So TS10 V2, they looked great and everything, but there was no huge improvement as far as I'm concerned. So the TS10-SG is going to be the next big iteration for me. And I think you guys will like it just the same. So I will leave a link down in the comments so you guys can find out where to get this as well. I'm sorry, did I say comments? I mean, I'm going to leave a link down in the description so you guys can find the TS10-SG as well. And on top of that, I truly would appreciate a like on this video, and on top of that, if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, click on that bell, because that's going to let you guys know when we have new breakthrough reviews coming out or when we're doing a massive giveaway. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.